Dr. Teddy Stoddard's story. A great true story. Enjoy with us now. One day, the fifth grade teacher stood up and said to all the students, "I love you all." But in herself, she was excluding a student called Teddy. She didn't like him very much. His school level was very low, and he was a child introverted by himself who had no friends, and his clothes were always very dirty, and he always needed to go to the bathroom, and depressed to the extent that she found pleasure in correcting papers with a red pen and put an X on it in bold and wrote a deposit phrase on top. One day she was asked to review the previous study records of all students, and while the teacher was reviewing Teddy's file, she was surprised by something. I was the first grade teacher about him. Teddy is a very smart, talented, and hardworking child who performs his work carefully and with excellent organization, while I was the second grade teacher. Teddy was a student of Najib and loved by all his colleagues, but he was upset because of his mother's cancer. As for the third grade teacher, she wrote about him in the record. The death of his mother was a difficult impact on him. He made his efforts, but his father was not interested in him. And the difficult life that Teddy lives in his home has become affected him, and some measures must be taken in this regard. While the fourth grade teacher wrote about him, Teddy is a self-introverted student. He has no friends and does not show a desire to study or practice activities. Here, the teacher realized the problem, and she felt very ashamed of herself, and the situation was further aggrow when all the students brought her Christmas gifts wrapped in the most beautiful tapes, except for the student Teddy, where his gift was wrapped in a bag taken from grocery bags. The teacher suffered a lot as she opened Teddy's gift, and all the students laughed at him, and the gift was a necklace consisting of stones, deficient diamonds, and a perfume bottle that only had a quarter. But the students stopped laughing when the teacher expressed her fascination and great admiration for the beauty of the necklace and the distinctive smell of perfume. She said that it was the most beautiful gift. She came one day and thanked him warmly and wore the perfume happily and put some perfume on her clothes. And that day, Teddy did not go to his house immediately after the study, but waited to meet his teacher and said to her, "Your smell today is like that of my mother." Then the teacher burst into tears because Teddy brought her the bottle of perfume that his mother was using and found the smell of his late mother in his teacher. Since that time, teacher Teddy took care of special care, and Akla began to regain his activity. At the end of the year, Teddy became one of the most distinguished and diligent students in the class. Then Miss Abdub found her note to the student. Teddy wrote that she was the best teacher he met in his life. She replied to him saying, "You are the one who taught me how to be a good teacher." After several years, the teacher received an invitation from the Faculty of Medicine to attend the graduation ceremony of a new batch, signed in the name of your son Teddy. The teacher came wearing the same necklace and smelling the perfume of his mother. Now, do you know who Teddy is? Teddy Stoddard is the most famous doctor in the world and the owner of the Stoddard Cancer Center. This is a message to every teacher and teacher in our Arab world. I wish all teachers were well aware of their role in building or destroying man and their ability to make the real difference in the lives and future of students.